Hi, it's Barrett from the All About Nothing podcast. This holiday season, make your celebrations unforgettable with ZJZ Designs. From festive Christmas prints to cheerful holiday designs, we've got everything to spread the joy. Introducing Eddie the Elf, dashing through the snow on his sled, perfect for adding that whimsical touch to your holiday wardrobe. Whether it's cozy sweatshirts or statement tees, find the perfect fit for everyone on your list. Ready to slay this season? Visit ZJZDesigns.com. ZJZ Designs, where style meets the holiday spirit. All right, welcome everyone to the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show. I am Barrett Gruber, host of the All About Nothing podcast with Zach King. You can find me across all social media at Barrett Gruber. With me is the host of podcast Black, White, and Blue in the South with Dr. Jamil Brooks, all the way here from Greenwood, South Carolina, Mr. Bill Kimler. Welcome, Bill. If you want to participate in the show, you can chat with us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. You can find links at the top of our webpage, theallaboutnothing.com. Please follow and subscribe wherever you are hearing us. Let's get it started. I almost said good morning. I'm tired. It feels like morning.
Either that or you're drunk. I can't tell the difference.
I have not even had a sip yet, so let me... Ooh. Okay. I'm just kidding. That's high C or Kool-Aid or something.
Sugar buzz in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Hey, a quick random question before you get to the surprise. Are you a fan of Lord of the Rings?
I am.
I thought you were.
I am.
I was just thinking about that the other day and I couldn't remember.
In fact,
that was just a random question. I just scratched that itch. That was
in fact, downstairs in my den where the TV room, where the TV is, where we all watch TV, I have what is a poster of the entire Hobbit. That is, it is a enormous poster, but in the poster where the words, in a way that they formatted the text, you can see Smaug, the dragon, in the text.
Oh, neat. So where'd you get that poster from?
I ordered it online somewhere.
Okay. I didn't know if you grabbed it from a theater or got it at a Comic-Con or something.
No, I'll send you a picture of it. It's really cool, but it is literally the entire Hobbit written out. It's a very cool thing, and then I got it framed in a nice frame.
Yeah.
So there's
I was also thinking, I'd like to get together for lunch with you sometime next couple of days.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like I need a road trip out to Lexington just to go grab a bite to eat.
I am literally not doing anything. Anything. I am free until January 5th. I go back to work on January 5th after today. So.
Awesome. Well, I'm heading up to New Jersey on Sunday for a few days.
Oh, okay.
Visit my mom and siblings and one of my kids. The other kid is a traitor, wouldn't even come down to see me.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope then I will. I saw your eye twitch. What was that? Oh, okay. All right.
No, my eye just normally twitches.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I want to bring on somebody who this is supposed to be a surprise. So I wanted to do this.
The word procrastinate gave it away.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. Well, all the way from Martin Van Buren's Albany, or if you prefer Andy Rooney's Albany, welcome in Amanda Guzman, who is Bill's daughter.
Hey, kiddo.
I did not realize that everyone could see those chats.
Well, it's not like anything was said in that chat except not Bill and him procrastinate. Like
and you
that
put
was
two and two together.
Those two things that I know my daughter.
So is this the child that is not coming down to visit for Christmas?
Unfortunately.
Oh.
But he didn't
now
tell
that
you
she's
the
married,
context.
she doesn't need me anymore.
He didn't tell you the context. We just bought a house.
So that was part of what I wanted to do was because...
And also I'm working.
Yeah, well, a nurse has got to work, Bill. Come on. I mean, who else is going to do what the doctors don't, I assume?
That's all right. My years on this planet are dwindling quickly.
You're sounding like grandmom.
Oh, no, I'll probably be gone before her. She's going to live to be 1 billion years old. Her and Trump, they're never going to pass away.
So, Amanda, you were very briefly on his last episode of the year.
Discussing... How is it that you remembered to come on this show and completely forgot that you were supposed to be on mine? How did that happen?
Because you told me
why do you remember his appointment
on a Tuesday?
Yeah. No respect. I get no respect.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a tough life. So, you were briefly on Black, White, and Blue in the South. What you were discussing housing. I guess I was assuming it was the housing crisis. But what was really what did you all go through in trying to purchase a house?
Oh my God. It's surreal. Also, hey, Dr. Jamil Brooks. Sorry, I didn't get to talk to you longer. I don't know if she watches this, but I want to personally apologize to her. And I guess my dad.
She will never see this.
That's okay. Yeah, it's been interesting being a millennial couple, referred to as DINKs. I don't know if you know that acronym, dual income, no kids.
Yeah, dual income, no kids. Yeah.
It sounds queer, but it's not. We have two pretty decently paid salaries, considered successful for our age range and stuff. And yet most of the houses that we could see on the market that are in our area are completely inaccessible. I think I shared with my dad, I texted him throughout the process, like, hey, I just found this listing. What do you think? And it's like a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom crack house, like just completely shuttered, condemned, and it's going for $270.
Goodness.
And that's not even an exaggeration.
Barrett, this is the house you're in now is the only house you've ever owned. Is that correct?
Me, yes, correct. Yeah, I bought this house, or I had this house built in 2001, so I moved in 2002.
So I think building a house from scratch is a different cost basis than somebody's on the market purchasing an existing house. So that's a different thing entirely.
And I can speak to that. It used to be that you could go into a neighborhood. These are modular homes. They're pretty much constructed somewhere else, and they just bring the pieces in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the house is framed and everything. And then after it's built, they come in, they put the drywall up, they paint it, they put in carpet, whatever. So the cost to do that. So my house, I'll just tell you right now, I bought my house at $117,000.
I hate you.
I put
Amanda, guess how much that house on Camelot cost your mother and I when we bought it? This was like a year after you were born.
Wasn't it like 70,000?
It was under 70. It was in the mid-60s.
You want to hear something disgusting? My grandparents, my father's parents, when they bought their house
They got it for a nickel.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
They bought it in Connecticut after World War II, when the housing boom was completely related to the subsidies that the housing industry was getting from the federal government. So their house that cost $29,000, $30,000 to build, they paid $8,000 for. That same house, about 4 years ago, outside of New York City in Connecticut, cost almost $2.5 million. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. So,
no, I mean, I think that back in the good old days, you could get a house for like 1 or 2 times your salary, and now you need like 7 times your salary.
Well, honestly, Amanda, I don't know how you have time to be on this podcast here with Barrett. You need to be out there getting a second job if you're going to stay in that house more than a year.
Yeah. So we got our house for $340, and that's a deal. That is a steal, honestly, for this area and for the condition
You
it was in.
browbeat the owners, and you knocked the price down considerably, didn't you?
Yeah, they even gave us credits. They were very generous,
Weren't they the ones that you put an offer on first, and then they declined, thinking they can get better?
No, that was a different house, actually.
Oh, I thought that's where you ended back up.
So we gave that other one a second chance, but there was too much wrong with it for the price they were asking for, and we ended up saying, never mind. And I'm glad we did, because then we got this house, and I'm really thrilled with it.
How much do you remember that mansion we almost bought in Binghamton? So Barrett, I almost owned a historical mansion in the city of Binghamton. I mean, this thing had towering spires and looked like a classic Greek architecture, had ivy up the walls of the building, and it was just this gorgeous, huge home. It was going for like 180, right?
Oh my
and
God.
This was back in the early 2000s. And so we looked at it, and I could have afforded that house easily. And when you get in it, Barrett, the woodwork was beautiful. The house was immense. I mean, I got to send you some pictures of this. You'll remember it because it was right there off of Main Street. But then we had an inspector go in, and he looked around and says, "Are you handy?" I said, "I'm about as far from handyman as you can get. Like maybe changing a light bulb."
I've taken a class at Home Depot.
Yeah, he took us down into the basement. We looked at the boiler down there, and he's like, "You might be able to find parts for this on eBay if this breaks." He says, "Maybe." Because it is like, look at this imprint. It was like built in the 1920s was that furnace, right? And then we went to the second floor. He put a marble down on the floor, and we just watched the marble roll to the left on its own. It's like, this house is sinking. And he was just pointing out one thing after another, and we quickly realized we were way over our heads. I mean, it was beautiful on the outside. It would have been a cool thing to say we own a mansion.
Yeah.
But it would have killed us.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's legitimately though. It is extremely difficult to find housing that isn't just rentals. Like here,
literally in this area, that's a huge problem, and renting is not any more affordable than owning at this point.
I was going to ask, Amanda,
both are unaffordable.
The mortgage you will end up paying, like I think you've got that figured out from the bank, what your monthly is going to be. How did that compare to what you're paying in rent for your current apartment?
It's only a couple hundred more.
Right.
That's it. Like we can float that, and at least that's going towards equity, eventually. Yeah. Right now
possibly,
it's all.
But then when you have a wasp or hornet infestation, guess whose problem it is?
Well, it was already our problem here. They didn't do shit for like 4 days.
So you see it an absent landlord anyhow.
We were displaced for 3 days. I'm not even kidding, because our landlords didn't do anything.
You're not in a new house now, are you?
We're not. No, we have a lot of work to do. We have to get the old lady smell out of it, that kind of stuff. But
so you've closed on the house. How long off do you think it is before you were going to be able to move in?
Oh, I think we can get it all done in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Like the main stuff, like cleaning the floor, painting the walls, getting some mold treated. We got all the contractors. We had a couple appointments today. It all felt very grown up. I'm
always shocked when I hear someone, 20 or 30 years younger than me talk about how things feel grown up.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of grown up, talk about the text you sent me the other day in panic.
Me?
What?
Oh, her.
No, I'm talking about you, Amanda.
Oh.
Which
you
one?
You were freaking out because you found your first
gray hair. Oh my God, you didn't even respond. That's why I didn't remember. So I had 3 major milestones this year, I told him. One was getting married. Another is buying a house. And then the third is finding my first gray hair.
Okay.
Which is probably the worst of the 3.
My kid has a gray hair, Barrett.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Good luck fighting that battle.
I'm going to warn you. You see all this right here?
It should be blue is what that should be.
Well, it should be. And Zach and I are discussing that as that may be coming up in the next
Barrett
couple weeks.
lost a football bet. Now he has to have his beard dyed blue.
Yeah. But
and it's been over a month.
I'll just warn you that any time I found a gray hair when I was in my early 30s, I would pull them. And somebody said, every time you pull one, 3 come back. And
like a hydra.
I thought that was absurd. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm now
What doesn't make sense is that my daughter turns 30 next year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah. I mean, she's on the older end of the 20s. She's like, she's talking about being a grown up. She's almost 30. I mean, I was 3
born in the
kids by that point.
1900s. Yeah. That's what the kids say these days. Like, you were born in the 1900s? You were so old.
So I did have besides talking about housing and milestones and things like that, I did have a legitimate question because I thought that it would be interesting to ask at least one sort of psychological question with Bill while your daughter Amanda was on the phone or on the line. And this was a question that was asked of me because and when it was asked, I had to give it some serious thought. But if you could give up one of your 5 senses, Bill.
Oh, I thought it was going to be if I had to give up one of my kids. That was going to be easy.
Oh.
But go ahead.
The one that doesn't come down for Christmas.
Yeah.
See, she knows. It's right there. Yeah, if you had to give up one of your five senses, what sense would you give up?
My spidey sense. That's gone.
Okay, one of
I
your
can live without it.
legitimate senses, Bill.
I think I could do without smell.
That would that okay, we'll ask the nurse. If you did away with your sense of smell, would that cause your sense of taste to also go away?
Yeah.
No, you said one of your senses.
Well, I know that, but there's ripple effects to this decision.
Consequences.
No.
Amanda, what sense would you give up if you had to give up
I'm just
one?
thinking about Daredevil and how he's blind, but he compensates by like his other senses getting heightened. But I'm like, what's the superhero equivalent of like not having a sense of smell? Like, what's your superpower because of that? And I can't think of anything good.
It's the greatest janitor ever. Like the janitor that has to clean up the bathroom in the residency at the White House.
On Senior Citizen Day at the grocery store. And I've done that, so I know that experience. 16-year-old Billy had to go clean out the restroom after senior citizen morning, Wednesday mornings. That was my job.
That's fair.
That was nasty.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That was a Tuesday afternoon for me when I was working bedside, and I was there in their butt. Like, I'm not going to get into details.
Yeah, HIPAA, please. No, let's.
I got to tell you, I have. Gosh, when I had my kidney surgery, and the surgery went successful, but they don't let you out of the hospital until you have fully relieved yourself both ways. Like they want to see all your systems working.
Yep.
And let me tell you, going number 2 was a challenge for a couple of days. I mean, first of all, they tore out my guts and put it back in. So it was a shock to the system. But that nurse was up my ass literally for 2 days trying to get something going. And you know what? All sense of modesty just goes out the window at that point. At this point, I could have had my butthole on display on Times Square for all I cared. You know, it was just like, do what you got to do. Get this shit out.
Yeah.
So I can go home. They wouldn't let me go home until I could show some poop in the bowl.
Well, I think I've come up with the title for this episode. So thank you, Bill.
You had several to choose from.
You can't go home until you have some poop in the bowl.
That's right.
Amanda, what sense would you give up if you had to give up one of your five senses? So again, you have to choose from smell, taste, touch, hearing, and sight. Yeah, I did all five.
I don't know. I feel like I could adapt the best to sight or hearing. There's enough accessibility stuff these days.
Yeah.
Wrong. You're going to adapt. You're going to be able to drive without your sight?
I'll
you're
hire
not
a driver.
Daredevil.
I'll have someone else drive me. That's fine.
And
That's
then think about your love for reading. Is your love for reading going to translate to audiobooks?
Audiobooks in Braille. I'll pick it up quick.
Yeah. You gave the wrong answer.
Yeah, Bill's answer is the only right answer.
It really is.
in the 3 or 4, how long we know each other now? 3 years? 3? In the time that I have known Bill, I have found that I am generally wrong when I'm talking to him. Is what I've learned.
No comment.
I decided that I would give up my sense of touch. That is one I think that I could go without. And ultimately, I'd still. That's
a condition. That's a real condition.
Have you ever heard
people have.
The
they end up cutting
Novocaine?
themselves and not feeling it, right?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. The movie Numb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not just the cutting and stabbing by accident. It's also the normal shifting you do for blood circulation that your body just does without you knowing it. You lose that and you end up with blood clots. You end up with bad circulation.
But if I've given up the sense of touch, then obviously I recognize that I still need to continue to make sure that I do the things that I would have to do in order to maintain that. You know, the guy in the movie Novocaine, I mean, he made sure that anything he ate, he didn't chew anything. He
was
made sure.
Very anxious.
Yeah, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I thought that was a really good movie. No, I was just curious if what is Amanda, you're not traveling for Christmas. Obviously, your father's a little sore about that.
Because they decided to meet on a Monday.
Yeah, it's
that's my fault.
Drove 900 miles both ways for a certain girl's wedding, but minor details. Minor details,
but
I completely get it, man. When you get that first house, like you are going to be all consumed with it for weeks.
Oh yeah.
I fully understand. It's gonna. One thing that I will. Lost her.
Oh, she hit some buttons. She may have gotten a phone call, but no, I agree with you, Bill. I'm completely exactly the same way. When I bought this house, I think that I only left it to go to work, and ultimately, like that was all I did. Or her phone died. There she is. Or she might rejoin it. It is entirely possible that her phone did die. But yeah, I don't think I left the house. Amanda, did your phone die? Did you have to plug it in?
It didn't. I switched over to my text real quick. Sorry.
Oh, you could.
Yeah, I've made that mistake too.
My cat stepped in super glue.
Okay.
Like a
Tell
little
us
bit.
more. Tell us more.
There's your new episode title.
Yeah. My cat stepped in super glue.
Yeah. So, okay, we have this robotic mouse toy. We're on our 4th one because the other 3 have broken in the last 2 months, which means we have to keep buying more instead of a different one, right? And he's obsessed with it, but it keeps breaking, so I keep having to super glue it back together to reinforce it. And I had it in here to dry, and then he got in here and he jumped up on the cupboard, and before I could get him off, I think he grazed it a little bit.
So when the cat walks around, are you hearing like every time the stepping? Is that
More like a horseshoe?
Okay.
You gotta go wash that off in a couple of minutes.
So Amanda, I was just going to give you some advice with the house.
Yes.
Really take time, and maybe you have already, absorb the emptiness of it, because soon you're going to fill it up. It's going to be full of furniture and pictures and kids eventually, and televisions or whatever for years. It will never be as empty as it is until the day you decide to move out of it. And it's always a weird feeling to be in that empty house. So take as much video of it, pictures of it empty as you can. And you won't recognize your house in 10 years and 15 years or however long.
Yeah.
I was just going back through some old pictures of 93 grand at the end when I had moved everything out, and was just stunned at how empty that house was without everybody, without you in it, without the dogs, without the cats, without all the possessions. It was just a weird place.
It's crazy. We've been packing over the last couple weeks, and I took down most of the decorations, like on the walls. Not this guy, because this is
you got to pull your camera up so that Barrett can see it. We can't see the head.
I was gonna say, I see it's Tony Stark and Iron Man. It's interesting. I actually watched over the last 2 days. I watched Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2. That's
like instead of a big portrait of the owner of the house or whatever, we have that behind the desk.
For the record, I've ranked all the Marvel movies, Barrett.
Yeah.
And all the TV shows. I've got a ranking. Yeah. Iron Man 3 is at the bottom of the list. It's the worst of the entire
it's the
MCU.
It's one of 2 Christmas movies in the Marvel universe. Like you have to
Are
Iron
you
Man
counting the Guardians of the Galaxy special? That was a Christmas movie.
The Christmas movie, yeah. With I thought that I enjoyed it,
and that was cute. It wasn't great, but it was cute. It was comical. But no, Iron Man 3 was tonally the worst of them all. It was a slog to get through. Completely different director, one and done. It was terrible.
I took down all the decorations around here, and it feels like completely devoid of personality, and it's very off-putting because I like covering the walls. That was the completion of that thought.
I've been decluttering recently as well, and it's interesting to find the amount of space that's available when you take away some things. And that has been nice, because for me, don't look the walls here, but I'm usually very organized when it comes to everything. And so being able to declutter and organize again and start cleaning up has been pretty nice.
Have you given your notice yet to your landlord that you're moving out? Have you given I don't know if it's a 60, 30, 90-day heads up?
Yeah, we told them a while ago, and they were very understanding that this has been a it's a kind of dynamic process.
But did you do it in writing?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We have our lease until the 15th.
Okay, good.
When I bought this house, because it took about 3.5 months to build, I was still in my apartment. But when I was able to move into the house, my apartment, I still had like 4 months left on the lease from when the house was finished being built. I kept and they they weren't going to let me out of the lease, so I kept that apartment for when people came to town. So there was still 2 beds, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
You told me you were paying rent and mortgage at the same time.
See, it's a difference between 2002 rent to now, because
I should have just saved better in 2002 and bought a house then.
I had an 1,800 square foot apartment, 1,800 square feet, which is larger than some friends' houses now. I was paying $4.99 a month for that.
Stop it.
$4.99 a month in 2002. But that's Columbia, South Carolina. It was not in a great neighborhood. I didn't care. If I was going to get shot, I'd get shot. But it wasn't that big a deal. But it was so. And then moving into this house, I think I'm going to
have to change my trip and actually come up and see your house, Amanda, because I need to see where my room is going to be for when I move in with you guys. I'm going to have my room. I just want to know which one it is. I'm going to move in with you as my father moved in with me. It's family tradition.
Oh my God.
Do homes in Albany have basements?
Some of them.
Does this one?
This one does.
Okay.
It's unfinished.
Oh, okay.
How bad is it unfinished? I mean, there's different levels of unfinished. Is it dirt floor unfinished?
Not dirt floor, like cement floor. There's one makeshift room that they did DIY that just is like, he built his own wall, made a tiny little hobby room, and layered 3 carpets on top of each other and called it a day.
That's fine. Okay,
that's
I can work with that.
Yeah. The wheelchair is going to roll around nice on three layers of carpet. It's
wheelchairs, not so much. It is a split level. So
Bill,
you're on one level, you're stuck.
So how old is the house that you purchased? Because Albany, New York, 1957.
Yep.
Is there a lot of old homes like near you? Like when I say old home, I mean Albany, New York. I mean,
there's like more historic areas. This one is less so. I think it's more of an intentional development.
Okay.
Like suburbia.
57's old. I mean, 1957 is that's decent.
It's decent. But I mean, Albany, I think that there are buildings from the 1700s.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Amanda, the house on Grand Boulevard was 1930s. I mean, you can have a nice house that's old.
Right.
Easily. That's kept up well. I mean, the way, just even the building quality back in those days are, I think, a lot better than the quality today.
I did just find out that the roof needs to be replaced, so that's a bummer. But
yeah, all roofs, 20, 30-year lifetime, regardless. That's that you can't get away from.
My roof, I'm hoping for a hailstorm that would put a decent amount of damage into it, because
insurance.
Yeah. I don't want to pay for a roof.
Hey, speaking of weather, what's the temperature supposed to be like up in your neck of the woods for Christmas?
There you go.
Probably like 20s.
Is it really? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
no,
really?
Like actually, I think today this morning I woke up, we left, it was 24.
Guess what it's forecast to be here on Christmas Day?
Is it going to make me feel bad?
76 degrees.
I called it.
Made me feel bad.
Sunny and 76. It pisses me off.
That you're leaving?
That it's going to be warm for Christmas. I don't need it to be 76 degrees on Christmas Day. I want 20 degrees. I want snow flurries. I want it to feel like Christmas.
You know what's really funny?
So I'm moving in with Carla. You can come up here.
Yeah. JC and I will hang out. We'll talk. Yeah. We'll talk Stormlight Archive and geek out on Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, I am on.
It's a good author.
At the end of the second book of Mistborn.
Oh, okay, good.
The Will of Ascension. I'm like 85% done.
You know, it's funny. Last week at bowling, the subject of what weather was going to be like for Christmas, and I don't don't think people understand. I did a lot working for weather in weather radio and television when I lived
Barrett
in
was the
Atlanta.
weather girl at one point for a
I-
TV station.
I dated one of the Weather Channel girls. Anyway, but it was brought up, and I said, you watch. I said it's gonna be like 75, 80 degrees next week. I said the patterns are lining up. It's just what it's gonna be. Everybody's like, no, it's gonna be colder. I said, no, it'll be colder for New Year's. I said, but it all played out exactly the way I said.
You
I
know what
wish
always
people would
happens?
listen to
I
me.
go up to visit family in the Northeast around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Guess what I forget every year because it's 76 degrees here in South Carolina. I hop in my car with my suitcase and I
jacket.
head up north without a coat. And I get out somewhere in Pennsylvania. I'm like, fuck, it's cold.
Well, okay, so that's a question.
Happens, and I'm in there my T-shirt, and I always forget.
What is the difference between a coat and a jacket in the Northeast? Like, because I've heard it described as there is an actual difference, but what is the difference as far as recognizing? Is it structural? Is it the size? Is it the amount of insulation?
These are the cutting questions that we get on the All About Nothing kind of daily show.
Right before
these are
Christmas,
the deep
man.
philosophical thoughts Barrett pulls out of his ass.
I could ask you about the
coat and
Epstein
a
cover up.
Yeah, exactly.
You call it a jacket.
No, I think it's interchangeable.
Okay. I was
I
just
mean, a
curious.
jacket to me is a little lighter than a coat, maybe, but I could look at the same thing and call it a coat or a jacket for the most part. Like if I had a
No,
light thing, like a
you have
windbreaker.
definition.
Honestly, a coat to me is probably not something that has any insulation. It's probably just going to be one layer sort of thing, and then a jacket is going to have some sort of insulation. It's going to have a padding and insulation.
No, it's the other way around.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it
jacket's lighter than a coat.
Okay, I mean, I tell honestly, living in the South and living in South Carolina as long as
they
I
don't
have.
own those anyways.
True. I mean, we
It's
don't.
all
I have the only
hypothetical.
snow shovel in my development. I'm sure of it. Left
We
over
have
from
two, and we live in an apartment, and we need
right.
it.
When we
Right.
go, when the kids and I go out for a walk, I tell them to grab a sleeve. So I don't even call it a coat or a jacket. So, hey,
Sleeve.
the last thing I'll bring up before we wrap this up for Christmas and everything. Which, by the way, Merry Christmas to both of you. I hope that
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
even at a distance, that it is a wonderful holiday. Bill Clinton just recently said that he wants all of the information about him and any sort of redactions. He wants all of that to be released out of the Epstein files, because I think that Bill Clinton must be under the assumption for himself that he probably didn't do anything that would be considered criminal, and he potentially knows some of the things that Donald Trump was around and was.
Or maybe he did. And he knows that by releasing those photos, because Trump may be in them as well,
Yeah.
that he's like throwing a grenade or throwing himself on top of the grenade for democracy. Like
Yeah.
he's going to sacrifice himself, expose his own scandal in an effort to expose Trump's.
Do you think at this point Bill Clinton even cares what sort of scandals potentially have his name attached to it?
Oh yeah, I mean, man, his wife's going to leave him if anything comes out. She doesn't put up with any BS. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Shit.
You know what's funny is I hear people, I mean, and maybe you guys have talked about this, but like the rhetoric I see online where people are like, well, why do you want it all released anyways? If it might incriminate your people, if they might incriminate your favorite Bill Clinton, the Democrat you all love, or like nobody loves him. If he's in there and he's culpable, like
I saw a MAGA
Go for
guy
it.
completely convinced that the stuff that's been redacted and not released yet is evidence about Obama being there. And they're
if
just
he's in there,
holding that
release it.
information.
Like,
They're
get him in
holding it
trouble.
back because they're kind of luring the Democrats in before they drop the bomb. Like it's all intentional. And this guy is convinced, no matter how many people told him he was crazy, he's like, you sound crazy to me. I know this for a fact, he said.
Well, and
What are you going to do?
just to give some reality on timelines and things like that, Epstein was very active in this in the mid 90s to early 2000s, where he was then investigated by the state of Florida and eventually was put under house arrest and given a sweetheart deal where then he was done with that and went back to it.
And let me pivot to a completely new topic that you're going to find interesting, but related. Did you know Amanda lived across the street from a sex cult?
I did.
Do tell.
See?
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Have you heard
They've
of
even
the
made
group
documentaries
Nexium?
about it.
Really?
Yep. Nexium, NXIVM.
Oh, I am looking that shit up right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a fun rabbit hole. So
It's got celebrities in it.
It had, yeah, they recruited like big names. The
You've lost Barrett. He's busy he's busy Googling. You lost him.
No,
yeah,
keep talking.
Allison Mack. Okay, so their headquarters was in Albany, just like literally 5 minutes down the street from us. Their headquarters. It branded itself as a personal development and like business marketing, self-help kind of structure. And you rise through the levels, kind of like an MLM. You know, you pay for a course, you learn more, and it starts off good. You know, you learn some strategies, but then the deeper you go, the more manipulative it gets, the more money gets invested. And then at the very top, there were women who were recruited into some secret little group where they ended up getting branded. They were all like,
it's like Scientology for perverts.
with the leader. And I don't know if you could pull up a picture of the leader, Keith Raniere.
Yes, I can. Allison, while I'm pulling this up, Allison Mack was in
from Smallville.
Smallville. She was in what was the show about?
She was Peter Pan, wasn't she?
Was she really?
I think she was famous for being Peter Pan.
So this is the guy that was convincing everyone to sleep with him and had these great. You got to watch videos of him talking. It's the most bizarre thing. There's a documentary on HBO.
Okay.
And there's several podcasts by
look at
former
those
members.
eyes.
And it's, you know what's funny? It's pretty much gone in the US because he's in jail.
Yeah.
But there are still operations in Canada and Mexico.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So I remember something about the Allison Mack tie because I remember something about her being arrested for like racketeering.
Yep. It was because of this.
She was, so
they had a house in Clifton Park, which is 20 minutes north of here.
That is
like she had like a personal home there where they hosted this stuff and like did stuff in the basement.
So anytime that I came up to visit, we would always have to either walk by or drive by and look at that place.
It looks very benign, like very honest. It's just part of like a mall, like a strip mall of businesses.
Well, okay. So tell me what is this building? Do you recognize this one? It says it was the office building, Carner Woods Office Park.
Yeah, like it's an office park. All of the buildings look like that.
I mean, so
that's not where the crazy stuff happened, though.
When you lived across the street from this, did you meet or interact with any of the people that were?
No, I wasn't literally across the street. I was a few minutes down the road.
Okay, but still close.
I don't think I interacted with them at all.
Not that you would have known, though. Yeah,
I guess not knowingly.
That's really interesting. I just I don't know. I don't even. I mean, did you ever? Was it active while you lived near it?
Yeah, it was near the end of it. I think charges were coming up and people were speaking out, but he hadn't been arrested yet. And I think he just got arrested a couple of years ago. But I was like following it as the trial was in progress.
How do you get away with something like that in a neighborhood with an HOA? Like, I gotta know.
I don't think it was in a development with an HOA.
That's Claire Bronfman. I'm just looking at some of the names, like the outstanding Carlos Salinas de Gortari, who was the president of Mexico. Like, former president of Mexico.
They intentionally recruited big names to enhance their reputability.
I mean, how do you think Amanda met her husband?
That was a different cult.
Oh, I get them confused.
Okay, well, Look, I'd love to continue this, but at some point I'm going to need an
Well,
exorcism.
next time I have to tell you the story about how I didn't know her husband's name until last year. So that's a different story we can share. But hey, time's up. You're trying to get off the air.
Last year was not. She wasn't married to him last year. It's completely. I guarantee you.
No, they've been together for over 10 years.
8 years.
8 years. But I had his name wrong until last year.
I'm going to tell you, my first wife's father probably didn't know my name through our entire marriage. So, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything.
Hi, how's it going, Brett?
But I'm just gonna say, cocaine's a hell of a drug. And
I called him Garrett for the first year. It's just Barrett's a tough name to remember. I called him Garrett Gruber.
Gary.
That's fair.
Barry.
That's fair. Yeah. It's better than some of the things I get called. That's for certain. Well,
all right, now watch Barrett wrap up this show. It's like it's a professional. He never gets it right. Go ahead.
Oh, that's harsh. All right.
No pressure.
On Bill's bombshell, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Big thanks for everybody for listening and watching. Don't forget, you can follow Bill at PoliticalBillSC and myself at Barrett Gruber across all of social media. Thank you for liking and hitting that bell. If you can, give us a 5-star review, leave a comment. Until next time, thank you, Amanda, also for being on the show. Until next time, you all stay safe, be kind, and keep your hands to yourself.
And away from super glue.
For sure. Cats, too.
Keep your paws out of super glue.
The preceding podcast is a product of Big Media, LLC, and is copyright 2025, all rights reserved.